Whoa. Good morning, everybody present. People at the high table. Their names and positions have been mentioned many times, so I don't think there's need to repeat it, but I greet all of you. All the people who have contributed to the training program in the prison here over the years, here present, Gambia Children First, UNDP, and others. But most importantly, I want to greet the graduates, those who are graduating today and have made a huge leap forward in their lives. And of course, the staff of the prison, who are all so committed to make this program a success. I don't like writing speeches, but I took a paper along to remind myself of the task I was given. I was asked to talk on the importance of skills training in prisons under the new dispensation. Good. I remember the first graduation I attended in the prison, and that was when we were just celebrating the new government of Adama Barrow. I don't know the exact time, but I was here with my ambassador, and I asked him to come along to the prison to witness the occasion. And he was absolutely amazed, because what he had heard of the Gambian prison before and the experience I had had in the prison before were a huge leap from what we experienced during the graduation. And that was virtually saying everything about the new dispensation. In the past, we have a lot of stories where being taken to prison is purely for punishment. You are taken to prison, maybe you are not saying the right thing, or you are not doing something which the then government liked, or you are committing an offense, but you were stuck away in prison to be punished. And what is the result in that? If you come out, you feel bitter and you want to revenge. Look at Israel and Palestine. It's one big history of many, many years of revenge, attacking and revenging and revenging and revenging. So in the new dispensation, the whole idea of what a prison should be about has changed and been adopted. Yes, you are an inmate for a reason. You were brought here because you committed an offense. But if you commit an offense, it could have been because you made a mistake. It could have been because you were desperate and you didn't have any way out and it made you to commit an offense. But being brought to prison is also to make you reflect and make you understand that, yes, maybe I caused something to someone else and it was not good, and I can improve on that. But also, you were desperate because maybe you didn't have anything to do which could give you a livelihood. So the training, making a training available in the prison where you gain a skill, can make you to reflect, but also to give you the tools to be able to participate in society and put your mistakes behind you and be proud citizens. And it's great to hear that all those who are trained don't usually fall back in the mistakes they made before, which means the reform and the reflection and the tools you have given are making an impact on your life and make sure you can be a responsible citizen and contribute to society. We, MRC Holland Foundation, we work closely with Inside Training Center. We build schools. There's a lot of jobs in construction. And it's very gratifying to see that inmates who were trained during their time in Maltu came out and are now building schools for other children to improve on their future and have better chances. I would have loved to see the Minister of Higher Education here to witness this event. What is very important to the government of the Gambia, not only to make you, the inmates, reflect and get the tools to go out and develop society, but also to prevent others from coming into prison. And skills training is also part of that. And that's why the Ministry of Higher Education is working very hard to ensure skills training is spread out throughout the country. It's a slow process, it's not easy, but recently they opened the skills center in the vocational center in Demban, in the Fonyis. And there's another one ready in Kanilai, which will be opened hopefully not very long from now. And they're also working on one in Marina Lamenkanta, close to Wasu, and in Sapu, so that the youth in the whole country will have access to learn skills, and they don't have to get into desperation and commit offenses which makes them to come here. Before that happens, they can learn a skill, they can be self-employed, or they can be employed, but gainfully contribute to their communities. Of course, we face difficult economic times, and it makes it more important that more youths are employed and self-employed. We don't want people to have to come here for reflection time. We don't want youths to also go the back way, get abused on the way, face all kinds of hardships, reach maybe Lampedusa, and don't have self-esteem in the place where they are. We want our youths to be self-confident, have self-esteem, be proud of themselves, and skills training can contribute to that. So I'm very proud today to see so many inmates and ex-inmates, because most of you have already been released and already employed. So I'm very proud of you all being here today to be graduated. And I wish you all the best and partner with everybody who is ready to make the Gambia move forward. Thank you very much.
Chief Guest of Honor, for that brief statement. She took us through what her organization has been doing and is continuing in the land of the Gambia, except when you come to vocational skill training to the young, energetic, able Gambians and non-Gambians residing in the Gambia, and then how this opportunity has been accorded to everybody who is in the Gambia, to making sure that the Gambia develops through vocational training. It's evident that we have seen the good work that our organization is doing in the Gambia, except when it comes to elevate and reduce poverty, capacity building, and also to provide source of livelihood to everybody residing in the Gambia. So thank you so much, Doctor, for the good work that I do in the Gambia. And we pray that more of this will be seen, especially not only to inmates, but also to officers in the Gambia Prison Service. We just want, on behalf of the officers, I would just want to make an appeal that you also could, if that is doable, so that you also extend a hand of help to Gambia prisons specifically, so that capacity building, as we have seen in a TRRC, that capacity building is needed even also through other reports, National Human Rights Commission, and other organizations who are partner with us, to say that capacity building is a key component, and then this is not an exceptional to read. So if you could extend that, saying, okay, I want to give maybe 20 scholarship to Gambia prisons officers who are what legible, because that must be a benchmark, legible to do other services that within your scholarship. I think if that happens, we'll be very happy. And I believe that is well censored. Ma, thank you so much, Doctor. However, I just want to, not to keep us longer here, I want to now acknowledge Gambia Children Force, a representative from Gambia Children Force, to also come and make a brief statement on behalf of the organization. Sir, welcome. Ma? Sorry, same, sir. Ma, welcome.
Good afternoon. I want to say a big thank you for being invited to be able to speak at this wonderful ceremony. As Mrs. Sonko said, I cannot repeat even all the official names at the table, but thank you very kindly for the invitation. My name is Nella Heinen. I am one of the board members. My other colleagues are here at the front row. I will start to tell you a little bit about our foundation. We have been active in the Gambia since 2002. We sponsor youth at only skill centers so they can get an education to be independent and build a better future for themselves and for the country. Over the last 22 years, we have been able to sponsor about 1,000 students. And over the last 6 years, we sponsor students at this facility. And I think it is very good to say that we were introduced to this program by Dr. Henrietta Sonko. And we feel very, very honored that we may be a part of it. And for the coming year, for the school year 23-24, we were able to account for, again, 15 new students in this facility. We are very enthusiastic about this modern approach of the current government and of the prison management, who has incorporated skilled training into their system. On behalf of the board, I would like to address some words of appreciation. When I look at the graduates, I do not look at inmates. I see just regular students who are willing to learn a skill. And through the initiative of ITC, in collaboration of the government, you were able to reach for a certificate. it is not just a piece of paper. It will give you new chances. It will give you self-esteem, and you are able to build on a better future. I think it was about 2 years ago that when we had our yearly visit, we visited these classrooms, I spoke one of the sponsored students, and he said that he felt that everybody had forgotten about him, that nobody saw him for what he was. But with this sponsored training, he felt again that he mattered and that people cared for him again. And it really brought, it works again, it brought tears to my eyes. It sounds so simple. Set up a classroom in a facility like this, bring in some teachers, find willing students, and in our case, some sponsoring. And now I stand here on behalf of the whole board of Gambian Children First. I stand here before you with great pride because you all managed to do well on your education. You receive a well-deserved certificate. Our foundation even was able to deliver 10 largely equipped toolboxes, which were donated by another Dutch institution called Gereedschap, which means saved tools. Tools that were just thrown away by people in the Gambia. In the Netherlands. They have no use of those tools, but they are still fine. So we saved those tools, and you will find them in those boxes. When you leave this facility, such a toolbox will be given to you, and it will give you an opportunity to go out, to do good, and make good business with not only your certificate, but with your skill. And these skills can never be taken from you. Use it well. Thank you.
Full and brilliant statement. Can you give a round of applause? I just want to quote her last statement. She said, when you go out, do good. Not only with your certificate and also with your tool. I think the word for the wise is enough. So thank you so much, our able board of directors of Gambian Children First, for that wonderful statement and speech. It is indeed touching. Now I want to invite a representative from the National Security Advisor, who will also make a statement on behalf of the institution. So thank you.
Thank you very much, the moderator and chairperson, representative of the Honorable Minister of Interior, DPS Abraham K. Mendy, the Director General, Gambia Prison Services, the Deputy Director Generals, prison officers, the representative of service chiefs present here, the senior government officials, Dr. Henrietta Sonko, chairperson of the Board of Directors, principal, and staff of Inside Training Center, the representative of the Gambia Children Force here, the graduates, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, all other protocols duly and respectfully observed. Good morning to you all. On behalf of the National Security Advisor, Mr. Abubakar Suleiman Jeng, I am delivering this speech on his behalf as the Director of Policy and Planning, Office of National Security. I extend greetings from Office of National Security that serve as the entity which leads the ongoing security sector reform and coordinate the security institutions in the Gambia. It may be recalled that following the democratic change of government in 2017, the government of the Gambia sets out the security sector reform agenda for the transformation of the security sector related to reforms, restructuring, and institutional development. The mandated reforms include the reformation of the prison service to ensure that it functions in line with international standards and applies best principles as it relates to the rehabilitation of individuals. Service is targeted to improve the management and supervision of the roles of prison officers by building their capacity and skills to ensure that fundamental human rights of inmates are respected, as well as improving skills and knowledge for the transformation of the inmates. This will ensure that inmates are provided the necessary skills and knowledge while serving jail terms, with the objective that they will be equipped with requisite trade to enable them engage in meaningful activities that will provide them incentives and livelihoods, thus negating their potential of recommitting offenses that may lead them in prison again. Ladies and gentlemen, therefore, the importance of skill training in the prisons under the new dispensation is timely, and it's commendable and desirable as set out by the Gambia Prison Service Management as part of the prisons reforms set out by the government. Today's graduation ceremony for the 70 prisoners and inmates is a milestone, and a training program which was organized by the prisons management in collaboration with Inside Training Center together with other partners is aimed at improving life skills training to inmates to prepare them for integration after serving their sentence, which would invariably provide them the opportunity to be given employment to enable them to be self-reliant and thus play an integral part in the development of their communities and the country at large. Ladies and gentlemen, it is imperative to state that correctional facilities are fundamentally designed for only one specific purpose, which is the rehabilitation of the inmates, and thus not to be conceived as a center for punishment. The Gambia government is cognizant of this reality, hence the ongoing reforms undertaken to ensure that the prison service is not only uphold this principle, but applies it to the letter as demonstrated through the training program that we witnessed today. I take this opportunity to thank the Gambia Prison Service Management and its partners, Inside Training Center, and all other donors for implementing this skills training and encourage them to focus on capacity building, which serves as a cornerstone of both the prison personnel and the inmates, as envisaged by the government in the ongoing security sector reform process. Ladies and gentlemen, equally, I congratulate the 70 prisoners and prison officers for taking this training seriously, thus successfully completing the training program, which is earmarked, which is remarkable and worthy of commendation. Specific to the inmates and the graduates, I would like to also encourage them to take advantage of this skills training with the realization that it will be of immense benefit to them, that's to you yourself, your families, your friends, and the society at large. In conclusion, I would like to state that the government of the Gambia is committed to the ongoing security sector reform, and most importantly, the prisons reform as evident with this graduation. I therefore call on other partners to complement the government's effort in the reforms of the prisons, particularly in this point in time when the focus and quest for the construction of a modern correctional facility by the government of the Gambia is at an advanced stage. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to take this opportunity to thank you all for your kind attention.
Thank you so much, the representative from National Security Advice. Can you give him a round of applause? I think it's evident that under the new dispensation, security sector reform is a key component. and then the Gambia Prison Service is not an exceptional to this quest to conform to many issues, which was quite eminent, except when it comes to human rights issues. Today, we are glad to say through security sector reform, we have seen great improvement when it comes to respect and uphold fundamental human rights, which skills training is a key component. And also to the prison management, where we have seen a lot of reforms that by virtue of our conduct, by virtue of even on administration, we've seen a significant improvement when it comes to management. Education is a key component when it comes to capacity building. This is quite evident under the dispensation. And even when it comes to structural, that as alluded by the speaker, which he said that through the National Security Advisor, the Gambia government is quite imminent and serious to make sure that we have a new prisons which is in conform to human rights and also committed to human security. So we say thank you so much for that wonderful and brief keynote address. Thank you so much, sir. Now, at this juncture, I want us to take a different paradigm, which is to see on evidence base what these inmates can do, what they have to offer, especially when it comes to practical aspect of, because this is skills training and it is life skills training that we are talking of. It needs to be manifested so that people really know that that today graduation will be given and accorded that weight that it deserves. So on that note, I just want to those participants that will be conducting the demonstration, you can kindly come forward while we try to set the demonstration ongoing. So I will indulge probably the camera crew, if you can possibly adjust yourself so that the second demonstration will also take us to solar installation. However, the other demonstration, I think, it will be difficult. Okay. Yes. Just to confirm that this demonstration, which is processed by Farah, is both solar and electrical demonstration. While the other demonstration, which is on my far right and left, is for solar installation. But it seems that most of us will not be able to see it because it's on the far left. And I know the heat is really temporary. We're very sorry about that. Is it legible? Yes, you can see that.
So I was talking to
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, directors,
so you send the
member of the
and then the narrative will be like
the plan here is solar, combination of solar and electrical installation. So this side is the electrical installation. The other side is for solar. Then this part is called the channel controller. Then from the channel controller you have the breakers. Then from the breakers, these two are breakers. Then you come to the inverter. This one is called the inverter. Then from the inverter, you have a channel controller. Breaker. Then this breaker will supply both the automatic switch. These are called the automatic switch. When the current goes off, then the solar will put on. When the solar will off, then the current will go on. Then this breaker will take the current. This is the current. Yes, this current will be joined here. When you off the current, it moves. Then now the solar will go. Automatically it will change switch. When the change over switch is on, the solar is on, if you put the current on, then you see it rotates. Then now it's correct. Now we're using current. This box is called the distribution box. This distribution box, they connect the solar, the electrical, and these ones are sockets. These sockets, these are called the guns, switch guns. The 4-way, the 3-way, these are 3-way, 1-way, then you have the bulb holders, you have the bulb. So this gun control 3 bulbs. 1 is off, 2 is off, 3. So this one is one gun, 1 way, 2 way. You see? Then you use this also to put it on. This is called 1 gun, 2 ways. This 1 bulb, these 2 sockets are using this 1 bulb. If you off this one, you can use this one. This is 1 way gun. It's only for you and bulb. You off it, you on it. So this one is for 3 ways. 1, 2, 3. Thank you very much.
Madam Conte. Madam Conte. For those that are also eligible for this certificate on solar installation, I call on Ibrahim Andau, and Michael Ifunyanya. Ibrahim Andau. Okay, so thank you. Yes, yes. For those tiling and plastering, first on the list, I want to call Agibu Jallo, to be received by a representative of Minister of Interior, sir, PS, DPS. Thank you so much, Agibu Jallo, for great work. Alpha Jallo. Put closer there, sir. Turn it. Alpha Jallo. Alassane Sidibé, Alassane Sidibé, Dawda Diallo, Dawda Diallo, Dawda Diallo, Bakary Sano, and for those qualified for IT, information technology, I want to welcome our able representative from State Inter and Momodu Korka Jallo. Thank you so much, sir. Sehu Omar Jack. Job well done, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Thank you. And for the officers, we have Albino Kware, Corporal Albino Kware, and also Officer Jacob, who are eligible to be awarded the certificate. Thank you for the hard work, Corporal Albino Kware. Job well done. Give him a round of applause, please. And Jacob Youth. Jacob Youth. Yes, we also want to acknowledge. Kindly come and yes, thank you. Job well done, sir. Job well done. Job well done. Mbemba Kamara. Mbemba, come forward and receive your certificate. Thank you so much. Mbemba, we have Ababaji. Job well done. Job well done. Ababaji. Abba. Job well done, Abba. Demba HB Balde. Demba HB Balde. Congratulations, Alpha.
2 certificates.
Yes. Congrats, Alpha Omar Ba. Osman Bagi. Peter Okoye. Peter Okoye. Do we have Peter? Okay, the event is not Nuha content. Nuha content. Samuel Corey. Job well done, Samuel. Job well done. Congrats. Ibrahim Abba. No way. Okay. Yes. Segu. Peter Okoye. Peter. Okay.
You all get 2 certificates. Congratulations.
Noah. Yes, Noah. Job well done. Do we have Stanley? Stanley Abubeze. Stanley, job well done. Yes, that's Ibrahim.
Abdul Karim Suma.
Abdul Karim Suma. Keba Omar Sonko. Keba Omar Sonko. Alassane Sidibé. Alassane Sidibé. service. Momoduba. Momoduba. Alasana Sidibe. Momoduba. Ibrahima Jas.
Ibrahima.
Babgar Sala. Babgar Sala. No, you see that. No, receive the last one. We also want to call on the representative from Drug Law Enforcement Agency, the Gambia, sir, to also come and do presentation. Sane. Lame Sane. Ibrahim Abuja. Thank you. Omar Keta. Yeah. Omar Keta. Thank you. Job well done, Omar. You deserve it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Chamber. Also want to call on Gambian Children First to come and do this presentation. Now, these tools we are seeing here, as I said, in every walk of life, we have the best among the best. Not that because they are more intelligent, but by virtue of their hard work. 10 of them will receive this gift for their hard work while they are training. So we want to call on them first to come and do a presentation. First on the list, we have Ablai Jaju. Ablai Jaju.
Yeah, so we need to get one?
Yeah, no, don't worry, it's okay. Ablai Jaju. Job well on Ablai for great work. That's your gift us for the good work that we have done. It's heavy. Ablai, job well done. Job well done. Job well done. This is an award of merit for the good work that we have been doing. Gambian Children First. Job well done. Congrats. For that meritorious hard work and achievement. Thank you. Thank you so much. Ibrahim Abuja. I now call on our able representative from Immigration Department to come and partners in development when it comes to nation building. So now, thank you so much for great work. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I now call on Demba Jallo. Demba Jallo to come and also receive this award. Bit heavy, huh? Thank you so much, sir. Demba, job well done. Keep up the momentum. Job well done. Wow, what a great presentation. Yes, I know it's heavy. Thank you, Alasana Sidibe. Alasana Sidibe. Yes, come and also receive your award. It's heavy, sir. Yes. And I'll call on our chief guest of honor to come and then do the presentation. So we send a big thank you for the good work that we are doing. Keep up the good work. So
Do I have to carry all 5 boxes now?
they will carry it on behalf. It's always great that
No, it's okay.
when you do good work, you are appreciated.
It's okay.
So it's on behalf of 5 of them. It's on behalf of 5 of them. And then this box will be kept here for them anytime that they will live in and joining back their loved ones. So thank you so much. Can we give a round of applause to everybody? Just now, as Omar Keta received his gift, Omar Keta, you did not. Wow. Anyway, I think that was an omission. So Omar, the principal, Mr. Sise, will do that presentation. Thank you so much, Mr. Sise. We are grateful for the good work that you did. Omar, job well done. Keep up the good work. Can you give a round of applause to Omar? To the tail part of the program, I want to now invite one of the graduates to come and make a statement or a speech on behalf of the graduates. So I now invite Michael, if you are Anya, to come and make the presentation.
Before he speaks,
Okay.
he's likely to play and they just
Okay, I'm informed that prior with that, sorry, Michael. Prior before that, since we are waiting for the demonstration of those for the satellite installations, yeah, for those satellite installations. So the media, for those that are doing a presentation for satellite installations.
suggesting that they just go and just as soon as he has come. And then we do that finally.
Good afternoon, everybody. Because time has fast spent and the day is almost winding up, I think it will be proper I align myself with all the existing and observed protocols. So I welcome you all. Well, it is really amazing and mind-boggling that while there are others there that see prisoners as the outcast and scum of the society, there are still those who feel that there are potentials in prison. There are still those who feel that prisoners should be given the opportunity and a second chance to excel in life. There are still those who so much believe that if those potentials were managed and harnessed properly, we eventually turn and contribute their own quotas to the society. And so on that note, I want to give my thanks to those group of people who has thought it wise that those in prison should at least be given the opportunity to showcase whatever they have. But before I proceed, I want to first start by giving honor. To the one who deserves all the honor. The one whom without him, we would not have been here today. Without his permission, none of us will be standing at this particular hour. The one who has all the final say in every situation. The one who can question, but no one questions him. Please, I want every one of us to give a round of applause to the Almighty, the King of Kings himself, the President of all the presidents, the ultimate giver of life, our God himself. Please join me and give him a round of applause. He deserves all the honor. Yes, we all are gathered here today because there is an enabling environment. But we should all remember that the advent of this present government under the leadership of His Excellency President Adam Barrow actually incubated what has metamorphosed today as prison reform and prisoners reformation. So on this note, I want us to thank His Excellency for this enabling environment. I mean, the human-friendly environment that he has created. Let us give him a thanks of applause. We know very well that the DG, Mr. Ansumanamane, could not have come this far if he did not get the support from the Ministry of Interior. And so for him to have come this far, it is obvious that the Ministry of Interior, with his FAMSEC and the rest of the ministry, have been giving all the necessary support that has made him to come this far. And therefore, the representatives of the Ministry of Interior, I know you are still here. Oh, you are gone? Oh, we want you to extend our sincere, heartfelt gratitude to the ministry. All of you, thank you very much. And then coming to the man of the day, the landlord, Oga landlord, Mr. DG. You are the host of this program. And no one can ever overemphasize the effort, your achievements, the transformation that has been observed and seen within this period of your leadership. But the reality is that you could not have come this far if you do not have the cooperation and support of your able, diligent, and indefatigable lieutenants and team leaders. So I want to, first of all, I want to also thank you, Mr. DG. We appreciate that. You are DG1, DDG1 and DDG2, the Commissioner of Operations, my dear able friend, all the commissioners, the commanders of all the various wings, the present head of the inside training, Mr. Sise, and of course the former leader of or head of inside training, Mr. Tamba, and all the authorities, all the other members of the Gambia Prison Force. Is it Force of Service? Gambia Prison Service. I really want to use this opportunity to say a big thank you to all of you. The officers on ground, whom of course, if you have not been supporting the DG, never would you have gone this far. So I'm thanking every one of you that have supported directly or indirectly in making this particular day a success. Then my thanks can also and have to go to the people who has made sure that this event today happened. The UNDP, the Gambia Children First, the GIZ. Of course, GIZ is just an acronym. It's a German name. I can't pronounce it properly. But these are the people that actually have done great to see that people are equipped. You see, it doesn't really matter whether you are educated or not. It doesn't really matter whether you have your first degree or master's or not. The fact is that the moment you enter prison and you step out of that place, there is a stench, there is a dent on that certificate you so hold, so tenacious, that it affects you in the job market if you really want to rely on it. So the need to equip prisoners is something that is well welcomed. So I want to thank all of them for their great endeavor in all of this. Thank you very much. And then finally, the Inside Training Center. People are great. You see, to teach and impart knowledge to someone whose mind is already unsettled is something not everyone can do. It's something not every teacher can do. But there is this systematic approach that the teachers who are brought to inside training here in the prisons are using, that it doesn't matter however you feel. The moment they start their program, they have their way of making sure that you're carried along. And at the end of the day, you find yourself grabbing what it should be grabbed. So I want to extend my sincere thanks to the wonderful teachers that have been brought here by inside training. The Mama Samba, the Jalo Ibrahim Jalo, the Musa Cham, the Saja Baji, and the rest of them. There are many. You guys are really doing wonderful. I thank you all. And then, permit me to use this particular opportunity to say, honestly, I really want to tender our sincere apologies to some people out there whom we have caused great hurt. The hurt and pains that some of them are irreparable. They can never forget, but we just want to appeal to them to please, and please do forgive. Please, we ask you to forgive because there is nothing else that can be done. We ask you to forgive. And then finally, I'm bringing my word and my appeal to His Excellency, the President of the Gambia. We have seen that he's a man who so much believes in second chance to people, giving people the opportunity to prove themselves. It has been attested here that all those that have undergone different kinds of training that have left this prison, that none of them has returned back. And it is obvious and on record that among those that have been granted pardon here by His Excellency, the President Adam Barrow, that none of those ones, especially those ones that have spent time here, that ever returned back. You know why? Because it's like in football, when you're given a yellow card, you be more careful because any other thing again will amount to red card. So those ones realize that indeed there is no room for tolerance. And so they do all the best they can to see that they impact the society and improve life out there. And so, Mr. President, I please want you to please, we beg you, we plead with you to consider, especially those ones that have been long in prison, that have spent over a decade, and have truly put up a new leaf of life. Those ones that have spent time in prison, that know that the only way to go out of this place and prove themselves is through pardon. Especially those ones who, unless given this opportunity, will be left to remain in prison. So I ask you to please, yes, we understand that there have been few reports of some actions that are not palatable, some unpleasant behavior by people out there. But the reality on ground is that none of those acts are being done by those who have been released by the prisons or by the president. So if none of the people that have been granted pardon ever have been found wanting, I think there is room for His Excellency to again continue to do that, because there are so much great treasures that are in prison here that if well injected in the society, we do great wonders and turn to be employers of labor. So please, on this note, I want to say a big thank you to everyone that is here. Thanking all of you that have waited and spent time here. Thanking my fellow graduates. You all deserve a wonderful applause. So I say thank you.
The speaker, on behalf of the graduates, I think his words are very clear and up to the point. At this juncture, I just want to say a big thank you to those at the high table, our invited guests, both the media here present, even some of them, it was on a short notice, but yes, still they respected and responded. We say a big thank you all for responding to us, senior officers from different institutions for coming and honoring the invitation of the Gambia Prison Service on this magnificent day. We say thank you so much. And also,
yoddu sa xat te quality jasna ñoo yor seen cumbukaay tur day uyu borom jasna pire soo ko bëggee fii si biir Gambia bi dawal foofu sa quality jasna your number one stop shop. Ana sama jigéen ñi dama bëgg ngeen jox ma seen nopp garme yi ndaxte quality jasna amal nañ leen ay til yu toj daala poos abaaya yu yiiw waaye it amal nañ leen ay boreda yu rafet boreda yoo xam ne pour góor ñi la ak nag pour jigéen ñi amal nañ leen body scrub yi nga xam ne nii dafay defar seen yaram bam nice white fàttewuñ fa diw yi ana sama jeeg yu pare yi Quality Jasna amal nañ leen fa andi cuuraay yu neex house spray ak bépp xeetu baax pour seen biir néeg dama ne atum ren ji ku sa jëkkër mere ku ne yow la neex ndaxte Quality Jasna ñëw na si dëkk bi pour defar sëy yi make-up artist yi bàyyi leen gannaaw ñu ngi leen fa amal ay make-up product yu quality waxu leen léegi nii foofa sa Westfield jàkkaarloog monument bi wala nga jokkoo Quality Jasna si 250 01 24 ak Quality Jasna taaral sa bopp taaral sa néeg waaye it bégal sa alaaji aas